And welcome here to another edition of Recruit Spotlight on Husker Online. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, as always. Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180 in Lincoln, both on 30th and Yankee Hill Road. And one of the fun things about the season, Sip, is a lot of different recruits come in town. We get to do a lot of different fun, unique Recruit Spotlight interviews. We got another fun one here today lined up. Joining us here, one of the top 2025 offensive line prospects on the East Coast from the state of New Jersey, Paramus Catholic High School. Pleased to be joined by offensive lineman Malachi Goodman. Welcome to Nebraska. And first of all, we apologize about bringing the cold weather because I can promise you, Malachi, it has not been this cold until today. So you got to get a nice, good Big Ten game in, but welcome to Nebraska. We appreciate you joining us here on Recruit Spotlight.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Well, tell us about yourself, just your strengths as a player. What's kind of jumped out about your ability that so many teams have offered you? You've offers from Michigan, Penn State, a number of big-time college football programs have already offered you here as a junior.
Well, most of the coaches tell me about my improvement from my sophomore year to my junior year now, like my bend, how well that got, and just the way I play, my play style.
What led to your improvement? I mean, what is? You talk about your bend, but what went into it?
A lot of hard work during the off season, like hitting the ladder almost every day, stuff like that.
Hitting the ladder,
yeah.
So footwork.
Yep, definitely.
And you got the natural size. When you come to a place like Nebraska on a recruiting trip, Malachi, what are you looking for?
Well, development, really. Just seeing if they have that, if they could make me a better person and a better football player overall.
What did you see?
I definitely saw that.
Did you?
Definitely.
Now, they always measure you height, weight on trips. What did you measure at today at Nebraska,
Today they measured me at 6'4", and for weight, they got me at 300.
But you look like a guy that's growing a lot. I mean, how much have you grown and developed in really even just the last year?
I probably grew like 2 inches from last year, and I actually dropped weight because I was 315 before the season started, and now I'm around like 305, around there.
Did you get a chance to meet Donovan Raiola, the offensive line coach?
Yes.
What do you know about him, and what was your first impressions of him?
Well, when I first talked to him, he sounded like a good dude. Sound cool, very warm. Felt like if I had a good feeling about him. It's just I knew he was a great coach. Knew he could develop me well.
We're joined here by Malachi Goodman, one of the top offensive linemen in the country for the class of 2025 on Recruit Spotlight. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180 here in Lincoln on 30th and Yankee Hill Road. When did Nebraska start recruiting you? I mean, when did that dialogue begin with them, and when did they kind of get on your radar to come out here for a game?
Well, I was supposed to get out here a little while back, but they probably started recruiting me like near the end of my sophomore year.
Okay.
Stuff like that. And they came to one of my practices during the spring that we had where we invite colleges where they come to see us, and then they like what they saw.
Who came out and saw you?
Coach E.J. Barthel. He was talking to my head coach, and he let me know that he let my head coach know that I got the offer from Nebraska.
Today, you attended the game, attended Nebraska's win against Purdue. What did you think of the scene, the Memorial Stadium scene, the game day scene?
It was awesome. The energy, all the fans just livid. It was great.
Where have you been besides Nebraska this season?
I've been to Rutgers, but I haven't been on a game day visit there. It's just a regular visit. I also been in Maryland. I've been to Boston College, and that's really it.
You've got a lot of Big Ten attention. I mean, this is a lineman league. A lot of the best linemen in the country come out of this league. How much does the Big Ten Conference and the line play in this league have your attention in the recruiting process?
A lot, because most schools that have offered me are O-line U, and their O-linemen are good, and they also have great O-line coaches and great development within that program.
Is this the farthest you've ventured away from home?
Yes, definitely.
So what'd you think coming to Lincoln, Nebraska?
Well, at first I landed, I saw all fields. I was like, oh, geez. But then I got like in the mix of it, and I was just like,
You saw their
feels good.
city
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah.
So even on a cold day, I mean, just the crowd in general, I mean, did it get your attention to seeing the support? I mean, everyone talks about Nebraska fans. I mean, what was your impression of Nebraska fans and just the attention the program gets here on a game day?
It was just, I was amazed. I was like, it's cold. I mean, it's just like, and it's still a lot of people showed up. The tickets were sold out. I was amazed. I was just like, wow.
Do you get pressure as a New Jersey player to attend the home state school, Rutgers?
Not that much. Not that much.
Okay, so that's not a big factor in this.
No.
Okay. And what you're a right tackle. Do you feel like you could play either?
Yeah, I feel like if I practice like both sides enough, I could play both sides.
Okay.
If I really wanted to.
Who are the coaches that contact you the most right now, would you say?
Probably Nebraska.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And there's an East Coast flavor on the staff. Matt Rule's a New York City guy that played at Penn State. Ed Foley's from that part. I mean, a lot of guys. I mean, did you get a chance to kind of connect with some of the guys that are from that part of the country originally?
Definitely. I mean, wouldn't say first let me know that I had the offer. I talked to him a lot, and I just been like, we've been building a big connection.
Okay, so we're talking to you on Saturday night. You had a good chance. You went to the game. What Sunday? What do you do in a recruiting trip on a Sunday?
So we're supposed to be going down there this morning, and I'm supposed to be going on a tour of the facilities,
Okay,
and all that stuff in there, like the facilities and the campus and all the dorms and stuff, like around the college area.
have you heard about the new facility where Nebraska's locker rooms are, where everything is?
Yeah, so I did.
What have you heard?
I heard that they dumped a lot of money into it, and it's supposed it's supposed to look very nice, and I do believe that. I really do.
Sean, is that $155 million project?
Yeah, or 165, I think it went up to.
Yeah, $165 million.
Yeah.
To get guys like you at Nebraska.
Yeah.
What trips do you have next?
Well, I don't know for sure because we have playoffs, and then it might intermingle with the playoff schedule, but we're supposed to be going to Penn State, maybe the 11th when they verse Michigan, or Rutgers. I'm trying to get down there.
Okay, I always wonder this about you young guys. What do you enjoy about the recruiting process? Are you enjoying it?
Well, of course I'm enjoying it, but also in my mentality, I just need to keep working. Always, I never stop working. But yeah, I do enjoy it.
Never stop working.
Yep.
Well, what was your team's record as you guys head in the playoffs?
Right now we're 3-7.
So you guys got your first rounds coming up.
Yep.
Well, Malachi, we appreciate you joining us here on Recruit Spotlight, and hope you had a good time here going to the game, stayed warm,
Definitely.
and looking forward to following you recruiting. You're going to be one of the top line prospects in the country going forward here in 2025.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good job, Malachi.
Thanks again to Malachi Goodman from Paramus, New Jersey, joining us here on Recruit Spotlight. Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, 30th and Yankee Hill Road. For Steve Sipple, I'm Sean Callahan.